Hello, minions. Welcome to Crank It Up. I'm your host today, Eric, because Jim will be playing the time-traveling Vikings versus touring Jedi's minions of Anansi. We are starting off with the Storyteller's Hut, Tropical Paradise, and Machu Picchu. Jim, I believe you have a few starting words that you wanted to start off this game with.
Yeah. This is one of the critical matchups of the entire tournament. One that I thought was going to happen. I had time-traveling Vikings and minions of Anansi advancing. And we knew that if these two teams got to play each other, that Turing Jedi and I would be playing the matchup and that we would be recording it because the stakes are incredibly high for this game. I have time-traveling Vikings winning this matchup, and this is game 2, and they've already won game 1. So this is for the knockout. If I lose here, it will go on to game 3, but regardless, at least they won one game, and many people may have not thought that was possible. But I need everyone to understand that I am playing to solidify my brackets and breaking all of yours. Turing Jedi is playing specifically to break my bracket, and I will never hear the end of this if I were to lose. So there's a lot on the line here, and it's going to be a great matchup. It's probably closer than you think. This is going to be an intense one. It can be a slaughter either way. It could be really close either way. Anything is possible, and I'm really excited for it. Time Traveling Vikings won with a score of 9-7.
Ooh, 9-7.
Yes, a madness loss of 6 points, but they won.
Nice. All right, well, let's get ready to rumble. So that would put Minions of Anansi at going first.
I'll play Servitor on Tropical Paradise. I will then draw 2 Madness to play Cthulhu on here, and I'll use Servitor's ability to destroy himself. In turn, drawing 2. Oh, I'll use his talent to draw another.
At the start of my turn, I'm going to put a power counter on Time Box. And I'm going to play a jumper over here. No action. Drawing 2.
Alright. I'll play Ayaka the Turtle to give you a madness to draw 2 cards. I'll use Cthulhu to transfer another madness to you. I'll play Potted Beans. Put 2 power counters on my minion.
He's a 5.
I will put 1 power counter on Storyteller's Hut to play Altar of Cthulhu on Machu Picchu to draw a card. I will then end my turn and draw 2 more.
So I have 7 power on Storyteller's Hut with a breakpoint of 22. I'm going to start with Raiding Party. I'm going to play the Ember Hornet. Over here. And we'll put that on top. And that on top. Oh, at the start of my turn, Time Box got a power counter. My regular minion will be a Huskarl over here. And I will put a breakpoint counter on Storyteller's Hut.
I got it.
Drop it to 20 to return a Madness card. Ending turn and drawing 2.
I use Cthulhu to draw Madness.
He gains a power.
I use Whispers in the Dark to play 2 extra actions.
Draw Madness. Cthulhu gets a power counter.
First action, I'll do Trading Stories. I'll play 3 Madness into your hand. And draw 3 cards. I'll play Cthulhu's Chosen. I will end turn and draw in 2.
At the start of my turn, I'll get a counter. I'm going to start by playing Pot of Beans, putting it into your hand. Any reaction?
No reaction at this time.
Okay. So I'm going to play Dr. Wen to return Huskarl to my hand, which will put a counter on Time Box, number 4. Huskarl will get played over to here. So Dr. Wen adds 5. Huskarl adds 2. That's a total of 16. I'm going to put a card on top of my deck in order to give Huskarl +2 power. I will reduce the breakpoint with Storyteller's Hut, which will mean that that will break. And I will return a Madness to the discard pile with the extra action.
All right, I believe you're out of actions and out of minions plays.
Yes. The base is about to score. I have no before the base specials.
I will play no specials this time.
All right, and with that, Jim's extra
Hold on, I'm thinking.
action base farm is gone with Storyteller's Hut. No
I'm
longer
thinking.
be able to give extra actions.
I'm thinking.
No extra base specials?
No.
Okay, Storyteller's Hut goes away. Jumper goes in your hand.
Which will put a counter on Time Box. He will not come out right now.
All right. Do you draw your 2 for turn?
Not yet. You can turn and drawing 2. Counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right. Woodland Cottage came out. Breakpoint 19. Once per turn, after you play a minion here, search your deck for a minion of power 3 or less and place it into your hand. All right. Touring Jedi.
I'll use Cthulhu to draw Madness.
Shouldn't he have a +2?
Yeah. How many counters does Cthulhu have? It's showing only 3.
Should have 4. I've drawn 4 Madness.
All right. I got your 4th.
Okay.
I'll do Whispers in the Dark. First action will be
Power is at 5 on Machu Picchu.
we have Boast of the Leopard to draw a 2.
Nimble Hornet or Servitor.
Emburrow Hornet.
Okay.
Furthering the cause on Machu Picchu to draw a card. Pot of Wisdom. And then I'll give you a Madness. And I'll give another counter to
Acebo.
Steve. I'll draw 2 per turn.
I believe you have some discarding to do.
Yep.
So 13 cards. Discarding Cthulhu's Chosen. Cthulhu's Other Chosen. And Pot of Beans. All right. So Time Box looks like he is coming out.
I'm going to play the Jumper with Time Box's talent, which will search for a Shield Maiden. Who's going to get played there? I actually don't want to play her there. I'm not sure yet.
Do we want to flip her over?
Yeah. Definitely 2 power there. And I'll have 2 actions. Now let's play Shield Maiden over here. So I'm going to reveal the top card of your deck. Let it be full and eat. That'll go into my hand. I have 2 actions, which will be to return 2 Madness cards.
So just earning a VP back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to end my turn, drawing 2. I need to discard. I'll discard, let it be full and eat. Any reaction?
Yes. Emburrow Hornet. To play Corruption. To destroy the other Emburrow Hornet. To get 1 BP. That gives me a Madness and a power counter for Cthulhu.
It's going to happen eventually. If you didn't corrupt him this turn, you would have done it next turn.
I will then play another Emburrow Hornet. The reaction and do Feather Gifts to move Cthulhu's Chosen to Woodland Cottage.
Feather Gifts goes into my hand.
Yes. Gives me a power counter on anything else.
It's your turn.
Oh, right.
It now starts at the beginning of your turn.
Right. I didn't know if you had an extra. All right.
What how are you getting an extra minion? You played Emperor Hornet.
No, that was from reaction from when you play. I can play both. I can play all Emperor Horns whenever you played.
Oh, that was all. Oh, that was all on your turn. On my turn.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's why I asked you to do anything else on your turn.
Oh, because we gave you the VP. I got confused because the VP wouldn't happen yet. Okay, yeah, then
Right.
you're good.
All right. I will start off with playing Ayaka the Turtle to give you a Madness.
Draw 2. 6, 12, 14.
I will then look through my deck for a minion. Power 3 or less. I'll get a third servitude of. I'll use Cthulhu's ability to transfer another Madness to your hand. So, end turn and draw 2.
I'm gonna play Feather Gifts to move him over here. Any reaction?
Yes. I'll play Emburrow Hornet.
Your action?
Ear of Corn.
Okay. You're gonna play an extra action after that.
I'm going to just shuffle my 2 Whispers of the Dark in. I would not play another action.
Okay. Alright, That was my first action. Second action, my minion will be Raider, who will search for a Huskarl, who will be played with Time Box. Actually, do I want to use a Raider or 5, 9, 11? I have 11. Actually, it has to be Raider. I'm going to Return of Madness to the discard pile. And I'm going to place a card on top of my deck to give Raider +2, Huskarl +2, and then I'm going to do it again.
How you doing again? Oh, I hate
Raider.
in. Gotcha.
I'm going to do it twice with Raider to put it out of range of the Cthulhu's Chosen. So I need to get rid of another card, which will, I guess, be... that's risky. You're my best option. So now Raider is +2. So 4 plus 6 is 10, plus 5 is 15. And I've used 2 actions. I used Feather Gifts, and I've used Madness. Woodland Cottage is about to score. Will you draw a Madness card?
I will.
Cthulhu will get another power. Okay, so Woodland Cottage will score. I will get 3. You'll get 1. After the base scores, I'm going to play Wormhole to shuffle in my minions there instead of placing them in the discard pile. That's a dangerous base. At the end of my turn, I will draw 2.
Alright, at the start of my turn.
On your turn.
On my turn, I will play Star Cthulhu to draw Madness. And that is a counter for him. I will use the both talents to transfer you to Madness. Did you discard down last time? Or we did it more than enough?
He was fine.
I was fine because of...
He was at 9.
Gotcha.
He's now at 11. Totally okay.
I will then draw 2 for turn.
I'm going to play Madness to draw 2 cards. Oh, at the start of my turn, Time Box got a power counter. And I'm going to play Time Raider, drawing a Madness card. I'm going to put Dr. Wen on the bottom of my deck. I need to discard. I need to discard 1 more.
Jim, would you like me to track your Madness with power counters down here?
I know I have...
You currently have 5.
I believe I have 6. I believe 1 is in my deck.
I will confirm that for you.
And discard 1 more card.
I'll put those power counters for those watching from home.
Okay.
My turn?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll do Whispers in the Dark to draw Madness. I'll play Servitor on top of here.
Draw Madness.
That should do this guy to 10, right?
Yep.
Alright, if you do that, thank you. First action, we'll play a Madness no. I'm going to use Servitor to put Corruption on top. I'll play 1 Madness to draw 2 cards. I'll use Corruption to destroy Time Raider.
Do you draw a Madness card?
Drawing a Madness.
I give Cthulhu a counter. And he got a counter for when you played the card. So
Yep.
you should be at 12.
Got it.
I will then use Cthulhu, both Cthulhus, to give you 2 madness. And turn, drawing 2.
Start of my turn, Time Box will get power counter. Let's play a jumper over here. Take another madness. It's getting a little too close for comfort. Let's go ahead and return Cthulhu to your hand.
What do you got?
Cthulhu.
Into the time slip. Return a card in play
Alright.
to its owner's hand.
Figure it'll come sooner or later. You just have to bait it out.
I have 2 copies.
You have 2 copies?
Yeah.
I never realized there was 2 copies. Whatever.
2 copies of Into the Time Slip?
Yeah.
Yep.
Fortunately, that really should trigger Time Box, but it does not.
Because it didn't go in the hand.
No, it's
It didn't go to his hand.
it doesn't go to my hand.
Oh, gotcha.
So that's 2 and 5. There's 7 power there. I'm gonna end turn, drawing 2. I'll discard you. Any reaction? Your Emperor Hornet is in your discard pile, so it should.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Madness and madness.
I'll use Cthulhu to draw 2 madness. I'll play Eye of the Turtle here. To give you madness. And draw 2 cards. I'll use Cthulhu and Star Cthulhu to give you 2 more madness. Wait, I didn't draw my madness for playing here. So that goes to you.
So there should be 1 power counter on Cthulhu.
That was my minion. That's my standard action to take play. Complete the ritual. Alright.
Alright, that brought him down to 10. You
I feel like my hand is going to be forced with a play. Yeah, gotta do this now, I think. I'm going to play Valkyrie over here to grab a servitor. Into my hand. Time box. When a card goes to your hand from play or the discard pile, servitor is going to my hand, so that is going to trigger 1 counter on time box. I'm going to play Ransack. Ransack will place Altar of Cthulhu into my hand. That will bring out a 5th counter on time box.
Wait, place in action. Okay, so you're doing what?
He took
A ransacked Altar of Cthulhu.
Yep. Which allows him to trigger Time Box.
Time box is going to come out. I have an extra action.
Oh, my thing that gave me extra actions when I played minions. So.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I have an extra action, which is going to be Altar of Cthulhu.
You just have an extra minion, correct?
I do.
Yes, which will give him an extra action now.
Which is going to be Servant of Cthulhu.
Which gives you a madness card. I'll put it right here for you.
Right. That madness is going to go back.
So that's your action.
Yeah, with that.
You draw 2 for turn?
Now I need to draw 2.
1, 2.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Alright, my turn.
Yeah.
I will start with Whispers in the Dark. On a Madness.
Cthulhu gets a counter.
Only the Python. Another Madness. I'll use first action will be Feather Gifts. Give it up to Jim.
How'd you get that? Oh, I thought I discarded it.
You didn't discard it, you used it.
That's right. I thought I discarded it.
To transfer Embor Hornet over. And then Pot of Beans on Anansi, this guy.
The turtles.
Nice.
That was minion. 2 actions. My talents. Transfer 2 more madness to your hand.
Well, this game just took a severe. I thought I saw it in your discard pile, legitimately.
And that's all I can do this turn. The base will break. I will not do the special.
So I get 4.
I gain 6.
So, Ultra Cthulhu and Servitor go back to his discard pile.
I'm going to play Time is Fleeting. And we're going to go ahead and grab Storyteller's Hut.
Nice.
And I'll draw 2 for turn.
Jumper goes back to my hand. No, you stay.
Nope, that's fine. Yep. This should be 6 down here at Machu Picchu.
Let's go ahead and play Shield Maiden.
You want me to reveal the top one for
Wait,
you?
actually, not yet. I'm thinking about where I want to play this. If I have to assume that all 15 madness cards, which is -8, is in my hand. So I'm gonna play it over here. Let's reveal the top card of your deck. Collecting stories. Sure, why not? We'll put a breakpoint counter on Storyteller's Hut.
Got it.
Return to madness.
So you're only at 12 madness.
Well, I don't know if that's accurate or not. He might have 1 madness card in his hand, but I just have to assume that there's 13 madness out there. So I played 2 actions. Time box was 8. Gonna end my turn. End your turn. Drawing 2 on each discard cards. That. That.
I mean, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but the madness is in his discard pile.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, that's public knowledge.
You're allowed to know
Yeah.
that. So,
I have 1 madness in my discard. Yeah, he has 8 madness.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Yeah.
I will destroy Valkyrie. That gives me madness. I'll play Servitor of Collector. Use his ability to get back Altar of Cthulhu.
I'll grab that for you. You got it?
Yep. I'll use Cthulhu to gem a madness. I will use Seal is Broken to get another VP in a madness. I will end turn and draw 2.
So what's the madness count at? I'm not sure that we were annotating it correctly.
I missed. I didn't catch those last 2. Give me a second.
I only have 1 madness in my discard pile. How many do you have? So this should be down there too because I used it as ability.
Okay. So The counters on Jim is correct.
13.
Yep.
So that's -6.
And you can deduce that he has 2.
Stupid feather gifts. I forgot you had that. That's a big turning point.
Yeah.
At the start of my turn, I'm going to get counter on Time Box. I'm going to play Do-Over on Shield Maiden over here.
All right.
Shuffling your deck.
Yep.
Servitor. Flood into my hand. Time Box gets a counter. Put a breakpoint counter on Storyteller's Hut.
Wait. I thought to go from your.
It was from Shield Maiden, going back to my hand with
Oh,
Do-Over.
from Shield Maiden. Got you.
Yeah.
Not from my servitor.
So I'll put a breakpoint on Storyteller's Hut. Should be at 18 now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to play an extra action, which is It's Astounding, to play Do-Over on Shield Maiden, so Time Box will get another counter.
Complete the ritual. You gonna take it?
Well, it's either take it or go back. So I'm out of actions. But I still have a minion. And my minion will be Jumper. Ending turn, drawing 2.
Okay.
Jim, you have 12 cards.
I know, I'm thinking about what I want to do.
Just make sure that you knew that before Dale started playing. Or that Dale knew that.
All right. Good. Get rid of that card. All right. My turn.
Yeah.
Anansi. No, wait. Not Anansi first. Altar of Cthulhu.
That's not good.
Anansi.
That's 13.
So it's on my extra action. I'll use Anansi to play a madness from my deck. Put into yours.
Okay.
Drawing 2.
You get a counter for Cthulhu.
Yep.
4, 8. There should be 13 there.
Mm-hmm. I'll use Cthulhu to draw madness.
That puts you to 5.
He got rid of a madness from his deck. So that's now at 2.
I'll use Madness Unleashed to discard 2 madness. To draw 2 cards.
Okay.
And play 2 actions. First action will be the perfect story. Searching for the seal is broken to play it. Oops.
Goes into my hand.
Yep. I was in a second action, play collecting stories to play it again.
Yeah, that's my combo.
So if there's a 13, I need to draw 2 more madness, which gives me 2 more on him. And that's 2 madness for me. Did you put seal broken in my discard pile? Alright. That was my minion, my actions. That's all I got, yeah. In turn, drawing 2.
I don't think that your madness count is right because you should have 2 more madness cards in your hand.
I do have 2 madness in my hand.
He has 4.
4. Okay. And I have how much?
You should have 14.
Yeah.
No, I mean, so hold on. Because you would go to, you have 4, so you're at 11.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you break the base. Okay, if you can win this, I'd be really impressed. Because the amount of negatives you have.
So you have 4 madness cards, which would bring it to 16. So by proxy, I have a total of
You have 14.
14.
That
which is
count is
minus
correct.
7. which would mean that if I could break a base, that would bring me -7, and I'd go to 8, and I'd lose 13 to 11. It's a combination of a Hail Mary.
Because if you break Sorcerer's Hut on your own, you still go down more points than I do.
Yeah, but there's a series of events that, so regardless, at the start of my turn, I'm gonna get a 5th counter, and Time Box is coming out.
All right.
Time Box is gonna come out over here. We know that we're gonna do a drop it to 16.
So you have 2 actions and 2 minions.
Question is now the time? And I'm not so sure that it is.
How is now not the time?
Because of order of operation.
No, I'm saying so much garbage in my deck. Let's start by doing feather gifts. No, that's a bad idea. Actually, I feel like I don't have a choice. Feather gifts is going to move him over there. Any reaction?
Yes, Ember Hornet to...
Get an extra action.
Yep. Corruption to destroy her.
Okay. That was one of my 3 actions. My second one...
Real quick,
yeah.
Madness card.
Yep.
Right.
And then power counter.
I will... No, because he's getting into the time slipped.
Okay.
Right.
Prevent me from scoring the base.
But then this one.
So he should be back down to 11.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be very careful here. Figures that you would draw a Hornet.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just kind of screwed either way. Trying to. And that is why you don't take the Hail Mary on that turn.
So we have 16 on this base.
Yeah.
Feather Gifts goes to hand.
We have how many counters? We only have 4, right?
Where's Feather Gifts go?
It's probably my discard pile, but it's in your hand. Yeah, it's in your hand.
Alright.
I mean, if I lose here, I lose here, but I was not going to win next turn.
Yeah. So I need how much power here? 14, you have 4? That's perfect. And I'll play Feather Gifts to move Anansi over to here. I need how much more power?
You need 9. Oh, 7.
I'll use Anansi to search through and play...
Feather Gifts is in my hand, by the way.
Yes, sorry. Pot of Beans.
Okay.
Onto Anansi, so it goes to your hand. I'll use Akaya to give you a Madness.
You've won.
I'll give up a Madness to give myself 1 more point.
All right.
I'm only at 3 Madness then.
So, let's show how close this actually would be. All right?
Alright?
Let's say, so you've won.
Yeah.
By a lot.
What's the final score?
I'm
You wanna
at
put the final score up?
17 minus my 1, so I'll be at 16.
And I'm at, how much madness do you have? 3? 16, so I'm at -8, so I'm at 5. But, so let's see what could happen. Let's assume that you have a guy on there, because you're not going to want to forfeit those points, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that you give me the same amount of madness, necessarily.
Oh, I was gonna use my thing to dump even more Madness into your hand. I was gonna use Anansi to give you 3 more Madness.
So, Time Walk, draw 2 cards. My extra minion play from Time Box would be Huskarl. And then my regular minion play would be, it really came down to what I drew with Time Walk. Because I could have gotten him up to Viking Funeral range. And I could have returned to Madness. So you would have had 5. Still probably not close, but the Viking Funeral would have counteracted 2 Madness. I'd be up 5 points. So it's an extra 3 to 16. This is a brutal matchup, but losing, it's like I don't have my time to steal ransack. It's like if I don't ransack now, the opportunity is not going to come.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't understand a card, but when Storyteller came out,
Yeah.
you had Valkyrie on Tropical Paradise. Why didn't you play Do-Over to bring Valkyrie back in your hand and play her to bring Star Spawn of Cthulhu out of Torn Jedi's discard pile into your hand, and then you could have played it, and at that point you could be transferring Madness back to his hand?
I wouldn't have had the minion play. So
No. If you would have, if you didn't play the Raider.
what?
If you didn't play
No.
your one minion that allowed you to, who is it? It was
I thought he was corrupted.
Shield Maiden. If you didn't play Shield Maiden, you could have had Star Spawn of Cthulhu back into your hand,
So I had
and you could have
considered-
played him that round. And
I considered that. Well, first of all, that was in my playbook, but I may have missed that. But my concern is you have to be very careful because they have no recursion. If I Valkyrie, and then he collecting stories, I have to find a way to play it in the same turn.
right, and you could have at that point.
What did I do that turn? Let's rewind the tape. What did I do that turn?
So what you did that turn was you played Shield Maiden, and then you,
Which triggered your Titan.
yeah.
Okay, I
You were
think
trying to do that instead of trying to mitigate the madness and wait another turn for your Titan.
I believe at that point I was actually hunting for the seal is broken, trying to steal it
Okay.
because he hadn't played it yet, and I was surprised that he hadn't played it.
Because I hadn't drawn it.
And I'm like, because he probably hasn't drawn it. Because
Yeah.
I felt like if he was playing it, then he would start.
I would have been
But-
farming, I think, tons more.
But at that point, if you look at it mathematically, drawing the seal is broken. It's no. Let me finish.
Yep.
It's technically only a half a point because it makes you draw a madness card.
No, so
No,
when
no. Let me
he
finish.
wanted
Let me
to-
finish.
Okay, go on.
Let me finish. Whereas Star Spawn of Cthulhu, with Storyteller's Hut, you could have been discarded.
he'd corrupt it. He'd corrupt it in a second.
Exactly.
He
You
died.
corrupted what?
He'd corrupt. I have no way of
I
protecting
destroy
it.
it.
You destroy it.
Yeah,
Right.
Okay.
It would
Gotcha.
have been dead next turn. I had corruption in hand. I was ready to destroy it immediately if
So-
Jim stole it.
So,
Gotcha.
So the let's talk about this game.
Because
He wanted to bury seal.
I have the talking stick.
Okay.
Yes, the plan is to steal it, put it on top of my deck, and shuffle my deck so that he doesn't touch it for the
Ever
entire
again.
game.
He was
that
going
was
to bury it. I knew that was
that was the
thing.
plan all along.
Because I thought, at one point, your plan was to try to break the Mountains of Madness with his guy on it, with the Star Spawn on there, let it go to the discard pile, then play the Valkyrie, so you got it, and then you could...
'Cause again-
no, let me...
Okay,
No,
let
and
me
I'll tell you,
finish.
I know what you're trying to say, and I'll tell you why it's not.
Because if you destroyed it, you could have just played it again. You could have done Valkyrie again with Do-Over.
And I would destroy it again. I have two.
He can kill it a lot faster, and I can't play this to stall the game necessarily. I have to counteract the madness. I have to play as fast as I can.
I have unlimited creature destruction. I can destroy it no matter how many times he steals Star Spawn. I can constantly destroy it because it's action based, and I have my minions of Cthulhu. My servitors can always bring it back constantly, and I
So-
can bring those guys back constantly.
I thought so. Let me clarify a couple of things because Turing Jedi is correct. My plan was absolutely to bury the seal is broken in my deck where he will never touch it.
But if you needed two, you needed to do. Honestly, you needed to take out 3 of my cards. You need to take out Seal is Broken and my Corruption. If once those 3 cards were out of my circulation, if you nail those 3, my plan is dead in the water. I'm useless.
Right. Now, we have both spent a very long time preparing for this matchup, so I know exactly what I need to do. I would have preferred to hold on to Valkyrie because The big plan is actually to get Anansi, to play Valkyrie, to grab Anansi, to play Time Walk, to put it on the bottom of your deck, to play Anansi, who will search for Time Walk and give it to you. And then with a Raider, it could be, potential like 20 power plus drop out of nowhere.
Wait, does Time Walk actually work that way with Anansi?
Yes. You will get Time Walk. You will get Time Walk the second time.
Okay.
But it'll go to the bottom of my deck where Anansi can search for it, and then he'll give it to you.
You mean when Anansi plays it? Yes. Okay.
Right. But the point is to hold on to that play until the end of the game, and then I break Storyteller's Hut out of nowhere for 4 points. The problem is that I felt the game was slipping away because one, Time Walk was nowhere to be found.
And I made the base when Mountains of Madness came out. That screwed you so bad because that made you draw so much Madness. Machu Picchu was the place you couldn't go to because I would destroy your minions there for VP.
So that was going to get ransacked too. There is, like I said, they won game one. They can win this matchup, but there's a certain number of things. Things I could do differently. Obviously, Mountains of Madness hurt a lot. Forgetting about Feather Gifts, that's on me. I'm human. But what really hurt is that part of my plan was to use Madness to draw cards because the Vikings can have anti-card draw because they keep putting cards back on top of their deck. It's unfortunate. Madness, in that case, becomes a set of card draw. There's when he gets his thing going, if I can't orchestrate, the problem is that I actually, at one point, I was contemplating, and I probably should have done this. I was contemplating putting Jumper there as bait. I would have given you a VP to get Time Box out one turn sooner.
I was hesitant to do that. I knew that would give you Time Box sooner, and I wanted to destroy things. I'm like, I can't destroy that. That is the one thing I did not want to destroy.
That was something that I debated internally for a long time because it's like, how do I get Time Box out? The problem is that I can kick out his Titan, but I have to be very defensive to make sure that his Titan doesn't kick out my Titan. Which is why at the moment that I removed his Titan, my Titan was not in play, that he would bring his back and then I'd bring Time Box out. Time would be reset and Time Box would be safe. If you bring Time Box, if I allow him to knock out Time Box, that's very bad for me. So I thought about offering Jumper on a silver platter to get Time Box out one turn sooner, and that way I would have had Altar of Cthulhu out without using Valkyrie, and the problem is I didn't think you were going to go for it.
What, Jumper?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I knew to myself at the beginning that killing Jumpers was a bad idea. You just don't. That's your gameplay. I can't do that. My goal, my entire play, it was actually to ignore Seal is Broken. Seal is Broken was not part of my gameplay that game at all. If I had it earlier, that wasn't critical. What hurt me the most was not getting Anansi until the last card I drew.
Well, see, that's where the Vikings can help and hurt. You have to be very careful because there's some good cards that I can steal, but I could also be doing him a favor by taking a card that, every card that I take from his deck that he doesn't need is one card closer to Anansi. So there are many times that I wanted to farm Raiding Party, but it's like, you got to be careful. You don't want to thin out his deck too much.
Yeah, because if you steal my corruptions, those was my game. My gameplay was to delay the game. If the game goes on long enough, I win. Because I can potentially constantly destroy your minions and just start keeping you stuck with so much madness each turn, 2+ madness a turn, that you just simply have no way to deal with it.
Yeah, I didn't like that I had to use Valkyrie, but I felt like the game was slipping away at that point, and I had no choice. I knew this was going to be a tough matchup going in. I think it probably looks better than it actually was, just because I don't get another turn, and I'm playing very conservatively there. I could have gone for Storyteller's Hut with Time Walk, but it would have depended on drawing Raider and a power boosting action. I got the power boosting action, but not Raider.
Yeah, because like I said, Anansi, Minions of Anansi, all they want to do is delay game. Delay game, and they will almost beat anybody. People beat Anansi by being faster than Anansi.
And that's where the reverse card draw hurts, because you're constantly seeing the same cards over and over again.
Unless they're the really good ones that you need.
Early on in the game, I debated getting Dr. Wen back, but I had put a Madness card on top of my deck because that was the only thing. I didn't want to get rid of any of the cards that I had. They executed the plan for Altar of Cthulhu, but it was only around for one turn, and that was unfortunate. So, this goes to Game 3. Fortunately, Time Traveling Vikings will go first, which will give Timebox one turn sooner every time, and that will hopefully loom large, but I'm going to hear about this one for a while, and this is going to sting.
It's all right. You were the underdog, so if all else fails...
Well, yeah, but I picked them to win this matchup, but they won Game 1, so they have a slight advantage in Game 3, and they won Game 1. So from my perspective, you know, it doesn't look that bad. Plus, I have Minions of Anansi losing to whoever... I know who's advancing, and I know who they're going to face, and I have them losing to them anyway. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna pick the bold play here. But we'll see what happens in Game 3. Good job, Turning Jedi. Let's shut it down.